What happens when a school shooting turns into a worldwide live stream? Why does a quiet, grieving teenager become the only one who can stop it? And in the end, who survives? And who's left behind to suffer? Meet Zoe Hull. She's in her last year of high school, but she's not really living like a regular teenager. Her mom recently died from cancer, and Zoe hasn't been the same since. She's withdrawn, haunted, and sometimes talks to her mom in her head just to feel close to her. One morning, Zoe goes hunting with her dad, Todd. They shoot a buck, but it doesn't die right away. Todd wants to explain the ethics of ending the animal's suffering.
There's unfinished business you need to tend to.
But before he could finish, Zoe picked up a rock and smashed the buck's head to put it down quickly. Todd was shaken, not just by the act, but by how emotionless Zoe seemed. He wonders if her grief over her mom's death has numbed her completely. The next day, over breakfast, Zoe imagines another conversation with her mom. She knows it's weird, but it comforts her. She doesn't tell anyone about these hallucinations.
I mean it, stop.
Stop what?
Later, her best friend Lewis picks her up for school. On the way, some bullies run them off the road. While waiting to restart the car, Zoe spots a classmate, Chris, acting strangely in a field. She thinks it's odd, but shrugs it off. Chris has always been a bit of an outsider. At school, it's senior prank day, with dumb jokes and chaos filling the halls. Zoe and Lewis both find it annoying. Zoe's teacher, Mrs. Jane, notices her dark mood and tries to talk to her about it, but Zoe brushes her off.
Listen, I know you've been going through a lot, but perhaps that was premature?
A bit after the talk, Zoe finds a prom invitation from Lewis in her locker. She became anxious because prom feels like the last place she belongs. At lunch, Lewis tells her he only asked her as a friend, not romantically, because he doesn't want them both sitting home alone.
Like a light-hearted friend thing. We'll go and we'll make fun of people.
Zoe gets flustered and escapes to the bathroom. Meanwhile, small explosions go off around the city, tying up police and firefighters. At first, they seem like random accidents, but they're not. In the bathroom, Zoe sees Anna, a school bully, hiding something in a vent, but when Zoe checked, the vent was empty, which is strange. Back in the cafeteria, chaos strikes. A van smashes through the glass doors, hitting a student. The driver was Chris, the same boy Zoe saw earlier. He climbs out and shoots the injured kid without hesitation. Behind him, Anna appears, and shockingly, she's Chris's sister. They're joined by two more, Kip, another outcast, and the leader, Tristan. Together, they've planned everything. The explosions in town were a distraction. Shots ring out, and a few are killed to assert control. Tristan tells everyone they are now hostages. His rules, his game. Zoe freezes in the bathroom as a wounded girl stumbles in. She tries to help, but the girl dies in her arms. That is when it hits her. This is real. She sneaks out and overhears Tristan directing the students. When Chris kills a bully, Tristan scolds him. He wants control, not just blood. Sensing danger, Zoe hides in the bathroom vent and crawls through the ducts, desperate for a way out. Zoe's vent escape fails when she falls into the kitchen. The noise draws Chris, but a staff member sacrifices himself, taking a bullet so Zoe can hide. Tristan calls the receptionist, warning her about the situation. She thinks it's a prank until she hears the screams.
Okay, you have a live shooting situation in the cafeteria.
She alerts the principal and security guard. Zoe manages to sneak out of the kitchen and warns a few classmates outside. But back inside, Tristan orders all the students to live stream the massacre. Tristan craves attention, ranting on camera about being ignored and mocked. When the principal confronts him, he shoots him dead. Zoe races through classrooms, warning teachers. Some listen, some do not. She triggers the fire alarm, but Anna, hiding in the electrical room, kills a guard and disables it. Students return, confused. Police arrive outside, and news crews report. Tristan, furious at censorship, threatens more deaths if the live stream is cut. Zoe barely escapes an explosion near the receptionist's desk. In the smoke, she hallucinates her mom, commenting on the chaos. Anna spots her. Zoe flees but takes a bullet to the leg. She hides in a balloon-filled classroom. When Anna enters, Zoe ambushes her and kills her after a brutal fight. Outside, police raid Tristan's house and find his mother dead, killed days before by him. Inside the school, Tristan humiliates a Spanish teacher on camera, growing crueler by the minute. Meanwhile, Chris, unstable and hearing voices in his head, fires at the police, making things worse. Soon after, Kip encounters Zoe in one of the hallways. She knocks him out with a fire extinguisher, drags him to the auditorium, and handcuffs him to a chair. Her mother's vision appears again, telling her that clinging to grief is stopping her from moving forward.
I only died once. But how many times have I died in your mind since then?
Kip woke to Zoe's questions. Eventually, he confessed his deepest wound, being stripped and humiliated in front of everyone during middle school. He joined Tristan because he thought violence would give him power, but Zoe challenges him, saying he's only making himself a joke again. Kip starts to break down.
Everyone laughed at me naked!
Triggering you, just didn't want to see you flunk.
Zoe picks up his gun and bumps into Mrs. Jane, leading her class to safety. At first, Mrs. Jane thinks Zoe is one of the shooters, but Zoe explains. She helps escort students out, but Zoe refuses to leave. She's not done yet. Tristan realizes someone is sabotaging his plan. He calls Anna's phone. Zoe answers, confessing she killed her. Tristan, who is very angry, gives her 5 minutes to come to the cafeteria or he'll execute hostages. To prove he's serious, he shoots a girl on the live stream.
I'm here.
And to help motivate you, I'm gonna kill one person in this room.
Watching from outside, Todd can't stay back. He grabs his rifle and sneaks onto the school grounds. Zoe returns to Kip, telling him it's time to make things right. She trusts him enough to give him a gun. She steps into the cafeteria. Tristan sees her, admires her courage for a moment, then aims to kill. Kip appears, gun raised, but Tristan mocks him. Chris bursts in, shooting Kip dead. Zoe and Lewis use the chaos to escape. Though Lewis is badly wounded, Zoe hides him in an office, promises to go to prom with him, and kisses him before luring Chris away. The fight spills into the chemistry lab. Zoe triggers a gas explosion, catching Todd's attention outside. He takes the shot, killing Chris just as he is about to execute Zoe. The police arrest Todd, but he does not care. He saved his daughter. Zoe grabs Chris's phone and answers Tristan's call, sending a photo of Chris's corpse. His plan unravels as panic sets in. He has lost everything.
What do you think? Worth 1,000 words?
In desperation, he dragged a hostage to the roof. Meanwhile, Zoe discovered a van rigged with explosives with only 45 seconds left. She drove it outside, saving dozens of lives. The bomb explodes. Everyone assumes Tristan has died in the explosion. Zoe, exhausted and covered in blood, sees the ghost of her mom for the last time. This time, her mom finally fades away. Zoe has finally let go. She reunites briefly with her dad, who tells her he's proud.
You gave mine a purpose.
Lewis is alive, being taken to the hospital. But just when it seems to be over, Zoe notices someone slipping away from the school grounds. She follows quietly and sees Tristan digging up a stash of money by the creek. He faked his death. Zoe raises her father's rifle and shoots him. Tristan collapses, bleeding, but still alive, just like the wounded buck at the beginning. But this time, Zoe shows no mercy. She leaves him there to die slowly, his grand plans destroyed, his message forgotten.
And it just isn't right to let it suffer.
This was Run, Hide, Fight, an action thriller about grief, survival, and how far someone will go when they've lost everything. If you want more shocking movie recaps, don't stop here. Click on the next video. Trust me, it's just as wild as this one.